Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Nahmadu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we will be talking about ruling of ghusl in our series of fiqh of purity. I recorded a video in my How to Islam series about how to do ghusl, but that was a very shorter version, and today we will be talking about a little more detail about from the fiqh point of view. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Quran in Surah Al-Ma'idah verse number 6, where he is given order about the wudu, and he's talking about immediately after those four farad of the wudu, he's talking about ghusl, whereas he says Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, wa in kuntum junaban fattahharu, and if you are in the state of full impurity, what you have to do the ghusl. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is also talking about the women in Surah Al-Baqarah verse number 222, that then they ask you about menstruation, say it is impurity. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the people are asking you about this thing, just tell them it's impurity, so keep away from women during menstruation period. When they say keep away, it does not mean that we have to shun, we have to completely boycott women like in so many other religions. If you see the Judaism, when women has a menstruation period, they just say, okay, just keep away, you are impure. No, for the sexual point of view of women, you cannot go closer to the woman, but women can cook, women could sit with us, we could greet, meet, and all these things. And we should not have intimacy with them until they are cleansed. But when they are cleansed, then go to them from where Allah has commanded you. Yes, from where Allah has commanded you. This part is very critical. Sometimes we go by unnatural way, which is not allowed in Islam. So surely Allah loves those who are most repenting and love those who keep themselves pure. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning about the women here. So now I will be using certain terms in this vlog, and the first term which I'll be using is dakhul, means penetration, means the disappearance of a tip of the male organ in the vagina or anus, though having sex through the anus is unlawful and forbidden in Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed Qawm Lut because they were involved in this type of act, which is called sodomy, aghlam bazi. So, and the second term which we'll be using is money. Money is called sperm, also known as seminal fluid, is an organic fluid that may contain sperm. It is secreted by sexual glands and other sexual organs of a male and can fertilize female egg when they are having sex together. And then there is a madi. Madi is pre-ejaculation fluid. It is a fluid that is discharged from penis when it is aroused and usually occurs right before ejaculation. The fluid is a natural lubricant during the intercourse, so that's called madi. And then wadi, post urinary emission. This is a white cloudy fluid, thick in nature, warm and has no smell. It is released generally after urination or before that one. And then there is a nocturnal emission, which we call it ihtalam, or we call it wet dream. So nocturnal emission, informally known as wet dream, is a spontaneous orgasm during sleep, and that includes ejaculation for male or vaginal wetness or an organ for both and female, male and female, it is for both. So we call it wet dream. So these are the terms which I'll be using it. So now what obligates a ghusl? In what happens when we say, okay, now we must take the ghusl? First, discharge of a sperm due to sexual arousal, whether we have sex or not, but if discharge of a sperm happens with the sexual arousal, then we have to take ghusl. Penetration of the penis into vagina or anus of a living human being. Yes, living human being. So then you have to have a ghusl, but whether it's anus or vagina, in either case, in anus, like this, there is a great sin. or discharge of a sperm due to sex with non-living being or with an animal, though it is unlawful. Yes, great sin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made us, our women, legal like this through the marriages, so we can have marriage and then we can fulfill our sexual desire. Apart from that one, if we are fulfilling our sexual desire, there is a great sin. And nocturnal emission like ihtilam or wet dream, and when a person regains conscious, when he wakes up and he sobers up and strongly believe that the wetness on him is his sperm and it's wet or spots are there, then he has to take the ghusl. And at the end of Hajj, which I mentioned the verse of Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 222, menstruation period, when the period ends, then the woman has to take the ghusl, and that period could be 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 7 days, it depends on that different woman. And at the end of nifas, postnatal bleeding, after the birth I said no ghusl, but postnatal bleeding, that ones have to take the postnatal bleeding, then we have to take the ghusl. And what does not obligate the ghusl? Now some people, they said that there are people sitting out there, they said for everything, they said okay bhai aapka to wudu toot gaya, you told a lie, your wudu is gone, you did this thing, your ghusl is gone, for everything. I mean, there are certain conditions which nullify wudu and ghusl. So discharge of madi, if there is a madi is discharged, it's not sperm, madi is discharged, that it's not also, there is no need to take ghusl. Discharge of wadi, then there is no need to take the ghusl. Having dreams of sexual nature but no traces of any sperm or like semen on my clothes, or there is no wetness, though I in my dream I saw that I had some wet dream, but when I wake up I do not see any of these things, so there is no need to take the ghusl. The actual act of giving birth, when a woman give a birth, then there is no need to take the ghusl. The act of penetration, while penis is completely covered with such a thick cloth that couple do not enjoy and it prevents sexual pleasure, so then there is no need to take the ghusl. So now another thing, sometimes it happens that the people, they take medication, they go to hospitals, sometimes they are treated, and some medicines are administered from their anus, so you do not have to take the ghusl after that one, because this was just for the medical point of view. Or then sometimes people, they go through colonoscopy, they insert camera through their throat, through their anus, and sometimes vagina. So whether this obligate the ghusl? No, it does not obligate the ghusl. So these are the certain things. And what are the obligatory parts of the ghusl? There are certain fries, so these are the obligatory part. You know, the first one is there are only 3 farz in ghusl: gargle your mouth, rinse your nose, and wash your body entirely, completely. That is a ghusl. But rinsing the inner mouth and once, and then rinsing your nose and pouring water your entire body once, and to wash inside the 4 skins. You know, like this, suppose if I have cracked the skin, I should wash it and all these things. And insert water in my navel, insert water in all sorts of piercing, if I'm wearing, or if any woman is wearing any piercing in the ear, nose, or anywhere, they should move them. If I'm wearing ring, I should either remove my ring or just move around and put water under that one. And then if I have thick beard, I should put water under that one completely. And if I have a braided hair, male, he should open those braids. If it's a woman is not allowed. Women can do it while they have braided hair. They can just put water and they just rub their fingers so that the water could reach in the root. And to wash the complete body completely, and wash the inner part of the vagina, this is the obligatory of the ghusl. And then the sunnah of the ghusl. Ghusl also has some sunnah. The very first sunnah is that we should say Bismillah. Every good thing we should do it. Ghusl is also a good thing. It's a ritual. we should do it, we should start with the Bismillah. And then we should have intention. In Fiqh Hanafi, there is no like this kind of thing. Intention is not fard, it's sunnah that you make a sunnah. And wash hand to the wrist. There are hadiths which I mentioned in how to make wudu, that the wash the hand is a sunnah of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And eliminate the traces of impurity. If I see some sperm is on my body, on my legs, first of all I should wash them, and I should rub them or wash them, and wash my private area first, and perform complete wudu before I make ghusl, and pour water on entire body or entire limbs at least 3 times. And starting with my head, I should put water first of all on my head, and then on my right shoulder, my left shoulder, and so on. Then rub the body, entire body. Suppose that I'm putting water, I should rub it like my arms, my legs, my chest, and everywhere. And then occasion when we take ghusl, and it's sunnah, okay, on Friday, before Friday prayer. Either we take on Friday early in the morning or before Friday prayer or any time, but it should be on Friday, day of Friday, and before Friday prayer we should take ghusl. And before Eid prayer, when we are going to perform Eid, we should take ghusl. And before getting into the state of ihram, if I'm going for Umrah, if I'm going for Hajj, and I have to wear my ihram, I should take ghusl. This is a sunnah, and there are great blessings for that one. And for Haji, like this, that when we are going for Hajj, we should also do this thing, to take the ghusl. Okay, now when ghusl is recommended, when someone is accepting Islam, he should be asked to take the ghusl. We know the story of Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu, when he was going to kill Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, na'udhu billah, and somebody said, just take care of your sister and your brother-in-law, because they have accepted Islam. When he went over there and started beating them, and finally he said, okay, just show me what you were reading. And when he was about to touch those papers, she said, just take the ghusl first of all. So when you accept the Islam, before accepting Islam, so upon accepting Islam, you should take the ghusl. And upon reaching the age of puberty, the default age of balughat, then I should take the ghusl. And suppose if upon regaining sanity or consciousness, I was unconscious, I was charya, pagal, or I did not know what was happening. When I got conscious, I should take the ghusl because I do not know what happened. So, and after cupping, people they go for the cupping, for the hijama. So when they are done with the hijama, so they should take ghusl. And some people, they also go for funeral prayer, and before funeral prayer they wash the deceased, they wash the dead body. After washing the deceased, it is recommended that we should take the ghusl. And on the 15th night of Shaban, commonly known as Laylatul Barah, so some people they said we should take the ghusl on that. On the night of Qadr, we should take the ghusl. And when we enter the city of Medina, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we should take ghusl. Take ghusl. Wear good clothes before we go to the Roza Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wear some perfume and go there with love and hubba and full etiquette. So upon entering the Medina, we should take ghusl. And before staying in Muzdalfa on the day of sacrifice of 10 of Dhul Hijjah, we should take the ghusl. So these are the different rulings for the ghusl. And Islam teaches us to stay clean and pure. Half of our iman is in cleanness. So that's that how important it is in the life of a Muslim to stay clean and to stay in the pure state. Whenever I become impure, a junubi, so I should take the ghusl. And whenever my wudu is broken, I should make the wudu. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to stay pure and stay in the state of complete purity all the time. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.